law of the Union
Yeah.
reclassifies member states as states, and its aim is to establish a full-fledged federal union. Yet, in several areas, it reverts back to the nation-state having preeminence, such as in the UN. Article 414, it states which, okay, Article 414 states, states which are also members of the United States Security Council will consort and keep the other states and the foreign minister fully informed. States which are members of the Security Council will, in the execution of their functions, defend the positions and the interests of the Union without prejudice to their responsibilities under the provisions of the United States Charter. So this is what I'm about to state, and you answer. Once the fundamental law establishes the EU as a United States of Europe, and it is a federal union, wouldn't the states that hold seats in the Security Council cease to exist as sovereign nations and have to withdraw from the Security Council, such as West Germany, you know, Czechoslovakia?
Well,
and the follow-up question to that is also, once the federal law is established, and the political union, and the EU achieves the political union and establishes the federal law, wouldn't the federalized EU officially need to submit a new application to the UN and apply as a member, because it would be an actual government for the people?
yes, I mean, I think one's not trying to preempt or preclude anything from happening in the years to come. The problem in the present treaties is very prohibitive. It's all about what you can't do, what you mustn't do. What I want to do is to create a treaty, a constitutional treaty that's more permissive, that will permit the development of a common foreign security and defence policy in its time and as circumstances permit. I think if I had sought at this stage to prescribe the abolition of the permanent seats of France and the UK in the Security Council of the UN, in the absence of any larger reform of the UN, incidentally, which is a different issue, but an associated one, I think that would have been considered to be rather absurd. I mean, one has to be pragmatic. One has aspirations. One can have clear objectives. But I think that in the means to achieve a common international policy, one has to recognise this is going to take time and it's going to take process. It must be a process of integration, of assimilation, of building trust between the states of the EU in each other's diplomacy, sharing intelligence between them is a very sensitive issue, as it is between
very
the
delicate balance to
you know,
balance
and
that as well.
so one I think can't be one could have been too naive about this.
So that was deliberate then? That's
Yes.
actually deliberate to not take that step,
Yes.
because that would be too offensive?
Yeah.